The book I'd like to recommend is a book called, it's quite famous now, The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. It's quite a strange title. I loved it personally because it's a very particular story about, well, the story is actually written from the perspective of a 14-year-old autistic boy. And it follows the events that this boy goes through in a particular story. It's a particular story, and the things that happen to him. It's a lovely book. I think it's written brilliantly because it's done from this autistic viewpoint. So I think it's quite genius from that point of view. And the book is a little bit bittersweet. It's funny, but at the same time it's very, very serious because this is an autistic person going through autistic problems. Quite often students of ours at Gain English, they ask us, you know, I want to read a book, you know, is it useful to read a book to improve my English? If so, which book do you recommend? Firstly, yes, it is useful, especially from a vocabulary point of view. But it's very important, I think, if a student wants to read a book in order to improve their English, it has to be, one, at the right level. Otherwise, you'll just get bored and fed up and frustrated. And two, it has to be interesting. It really has to be something that a person wants to read. So this is the book that I generally recommend to students because one, I think it's a great book, and two, because it's written from the point of view of a 14-year-old autistic boy, the level of the English is actually, you know, it's quite low in the sense that it's not written like for English-speaking adults. It's actually a lower level of English, far more understandable, but challenging at the same time for any English student to read.